After Invincible Season 3's finale, I'm convinced Adam Eve should be stronger than Mark Grayson. Adam Eve has consistently gotten stronger throughout each season of Invincible, but Season 3's finale convinced me that she should be even more powerful than Mark Grayson. Invincible's protagonist has developed faster than any other hero in the show, as Mark went from being a regular kid without powers to one of the most menacing fighters in the franchise. His skills have improved drastically over the years, specifically in Season 3, but despite becoming one of Invincible's strongest characters, I'm confident Eve could have an even higher ceiling, with the latest finale highlighting just how much potential she truly has. Ever since Season 1, it has been clear Eve has a gifted set of abilities, which are great at blocking enemy attacks and protecting her allies. Her special episode then proved how versatile she is, with Season 2 pointing out that Eve isn't just useful when it comes to fighting, but she can also help people with everyday life. Unfortunately, she has continuously operated with a block that limits what she can do, but after seeing her lose these restrictions and fight briefly at full potential, I believe Adam Eve may be Invincible's strongest hero. During Season 3's final battle with Conquest, Eve intervened to help Mark in his conflict with the Viltrumite, where we briefly got a glimpse of her full potential. Upon her arrival, she was able to momentarily hold her own against the villain by equipping her armor and altering the air density using her abilities. However, it wasn't until being nearly killed by Conquest that we saw her essentially resurrect herself and fire a powerful beam that seriously injured her opponent, allowing Mark to finish him off and win the battle, which was the first time we'd seen Eve's full capabilities. She explained in the hospital that the trauma allowed her to overcome her block, hence her seeming so much more powerful than usual. While Mark has still yet to reach his own full potential, even if he did, it doesn't seem like he could match his partner's true strength. Adam Eve is essentially immortal and invincible based on what her Season 3 fight suggested, and if she were to operate without any restrictions, Eve could simply change her opponent's atoms to win fights in seconds, or at least manipulate the environment to ensure victory no matter what. Mark may be able to move much faster, take more punishment, and hit harder, but he can't unleash an attack as deadly as Eve's beam or overcome any injury despite his enhanced healing. Therefore, if they were to fight at their full capacity, Eve would be the more powerful hero, suggesting she could be stronger than the protagonist if Invincible removed her block. While it would be fun to see Eve take her abilities to new heights and reach her full power, it doesn't look likely to happen, especially not anytime soon. Invincible Season 3's finale teased Adam Eve's powers not working properly, something that Season 4 will likely expand on. This is seemingly a direct adaptation of her comic story at a similar point in the source material, where it is revealed she is pregnant. As a result, her abilities don't work quite as intended and suffer strange side effects, meaning she isn't quite as involved in the action. Even if her restrictions remain a factor throughout the entire show, Eve's full potential could still allow her to do some pretty impressive things, assuming she can continue learning and growing. Given the removal of her block against Conquest was only temporary, it already seemed like Eve would be limited once again in Season 4 regarding her powers, but this upcoming storyline will make it even harder for her to progress her skills. Even if her restrictions remain a factor throughout the entire show, Eve's full potential could still allow her to do some pretty impressive things, assuming she can continue learning and growing. However, her pregnancy means this won't be the case in Invincible Season 4, and she may never get the chance to become Earth's greatest hero.